Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with another edition of Anthologies of Horror. In preparation for Hammer Horror Month in September, or Septammer, which starts later this week, for Anthologies of Horror, Jason and I watched Hammer House of Horror. Because of Septammer, this will be our last Anthologies of Horror video until October, when we will be highlighting Halloween-themed anthology segments. But first, Jason and I watched 2 episodes of Hammer House of Horror for this week. The episode I selected is episode 9 from the one and only season of the show, and it's titled Carpathian Eagle. It originally aired on November 8th, 1980, and features Pierce Brosnan in one of his very first on-screen appearances. Jason and I had each seen a few episodes of Hammer House of Horror in the past, but we didn't remember much. I chose Carpathian Eagle as my episode due to the synopsis. Reading it, you'll quickly see that it's a slasher. Obviously, it's right up our alley, so it's one of the 2 we watched. Male victims are turning up dead around the city, with their hearts completely cut out of their chests. A police inspector teams up with a best-selling horror novelist who wrote a book with a similar storyline. Even throughout the investigation, the body count rises, and that's all I can really say without spoiling too much. As I mentioned, Hammer House of Horror only lasted for 1 season, and 13 total episodes. And admittedly, they're a little slower than the usual horror anthology TV series. However, I will say, Carpathian Eagle flew by. This one was really well paced. I mean, it's pretty much an hour-long or 52-minute-long slasher film. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I know Jason did as well. One thing about Hammer House of Horror is the great atmosphere. This particular episode, Carpathian Eagle, was no exception. Have you ever watched Hammer House of Horror? And if so, do you remember this episode? Comment below and let me know. Of course, please be sure to check out Jason's video to see which episode he'll be discussing. Which anthologies of horror will we cover next? Find out in October when we spotlight Halloween-themed segments. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.